HermitCraft bonus stream for the morning of, oh boy, 27th of January, 2023. Okay, I have been working behind the scenes to get everything up and running. So in theory, everything should be more responsive. For example, I have turned down the resolution of the Elgato outgoing from the laptop running the other camera. I have decreased the 4K webcam's data rate down to 1080p, which doesn't really mean much at this point because I'm down here putting the hotbar in slot 9. So that means y'all don't need to have 4K camera pointed at my eyeball. Once the camera does get bigger, I can turn the resolution back up on that camera, and if we start having split-second desynchronization on the compositing, we are not in huge trouble because you can't see my lips anymore. So that should still be okay. Also, at that point, we can also kill the iPad overlay if need be. For those of you who are like, iPad? What iPad? iPad. This is not an ad. Or an internet protocol. But, okay, core concept. I think we have all of our visual streams working. Yay! Everybody loves working. It's Friday morning. Let's get our work done so that we can go home. Okay. Woo. Okay. So up in the upper left, we have Photoshop. Then next to it, we have the camera account. We are working on the skin of my pinball machine. If I switch over to the Elgato capture only mode, I can fly out here with the camera account some from the laptop. Now, because we're coming through at 720p, that might not look as pretty at full screen as it did before, but 99% of the time, the laptop is going to be a tiny thumbnail, so we don't necessarily need it pushing out 4K or 1080p footage. Also, the frame rate being terrible normally doesn't matter because the laptop is, once again, primarily a thumbnail in this other view. Woo! We have indeed made a lot of progress. I am kind of at this point, I've just been running into these technical issues with my audio and stuff. So at this point, I haven't recorded the outro for this next video anyway. So I'm kind of thinking if we could finish this side before we get the wrap up the video, then that's kind of cool. In the shorts term, I put out a YouTube short, which y'all can watch here, where basically we had a creative brainstorming meeting and we were talking about shorts. And one of the arguments was find the weird stuff that you can't put in a normal HermitCraft video and put it in the YouTube shorts. And so I was like, okay, how about me screaming at Impulse for burning all of his totems when I need totems? How about that? That doesn't belong in a HermitCraft episode. Eat my shorts, YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring the camera account back around here. Alex Bernstein says, the side of the cabinet or the back box as well? The back box, for those of y'all who don't know, is this thing up here. If you're looking at the camera account window, back box is huge. We are definitely not getting the back box done today, but we might get the side of the cabinet finished. There's a lot of empty space there. We took care of a lot of the points of interest with that vertical strip of galaxies that y'all will be able to see on the left side here. That was a lot of time yesterday getting that vertical strip done. But having done that, the picture gets kind of simpler for the most part when we zoom in. Let's go ahead and get some zooming in. Zoom, 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 pa-dum, 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 pa-zoom, zoom, 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 pa-dum, pa-dum. Okay, so also I realized one of my chat windows isn't easily visible. There it is. Okay. Welcome back, Casa Cali. Glad you could join us. Mahi0O says, loved waking up to the short this morning. Thank you. Yeah, I'm realizing I didn't have the user interface set up properly. I'm going to have to do better about that when I record a short in the future. But that's okay. That's okay. Whoa, what happened there? When I picked up my coffee and put it down, the zoom level or something on the camera account did something weird. Well, we'll just assume that my coffee is not going to impact that much day to day. Okay. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. Photoshop. We were about to zoom, and I got distracted. Unpredictably. No one could have predicted that Joe would get distracted here. Okay. So, the area we have left is this corner of the back box. Let's see. So, those two there. So, as you can see, there's a big empty rectangle, basically, in here with very few points of interest. So, filling in that in here shouldn't take too long. There's a few smaller points of interest. The large star and this cool, like, combining galaxy over here might take some time. Rokon says, does this actually look as good as you hope? I thought for sure something would go awry. It's a start. We're making progress. Hedgehog, one hedgehog. Thank you very much for the first tip of the stream. One U.S. Abacus bead rolling in. I haven't even linked the PayPal yet. Let me go ahead and do that. As a quick reminder, this is not an advertiser-supported stream. And, oh boy, my file with all my links isn't open. Boy, I've been having a lot of fun messing with Microsoft Windows and OBS today. But I got all that, I think, functional enough to hold us over until I am able to pick up a new audio interface. So, feeling pretty good about that right now. Right now. But it does mean with all the reboots, not all my stuff is set up like it normally would be. Okay. So, we are ready to go and start dropping in some blocks. Now, we've got black terracotta here. We can consolidate down a little bit. We don't need a second stack of that. We've got some gray terracotta. We are out of brown terracotta for the moment. Now, that's something that I actually have a ton of back up here in the back box. So we're going to go grab that. But I hope y'all are having a fantastic day today. As best as y'all can. It is kind of a stressful day, I know, for some folks here in Tennessee. Because there's been some pretty rough news out of Memphis the last week or so. 5 police, now former police, murdered a suspect. And it is being handled with such alacrity and professionalism by the police force in question that everyone is kind of terrified. Normally, when there is a police killing, which is basically, you know, an execution, because the police aren't really supposed to kill people. They're supposed to make sure that they get a proper trial and stuff. Normally, that's the sort of thing that results in the police union and the police department and everybody closing ranks around the officers. And apparently, everybody in the city office who saw the footage immediately was like, no, we're firing these guys. We're charging them with murder. We are throwing them in jail before the body cam footage gets out, because they're just like, this is going to cause riots. And I don't know, I don't appreciate how some folks in the media seem to be salivating over the idea of, you know, these potential riots, because it's one of those things like, what usually leads to actual riots is people protesting the police department mishandling or trying to bury an investigation like this. But really, every time the police, you know, execute someone, it should probably be handled about like this. firing them, putting them in jail, charging them with murder. This is kind of one of those things where it's a little bit stressful for folks around here, because I would like to believe that the majority of these protests are asking for exactly what we've gotten in this case. Well, I mean, they're further asking for the police to not execute people. You know, that would be nice. I'm personally opposed to the death penalty, even in a judicial system context. But, you know, culpability is actually happening here, which all is basically unseen or unheard of in almost any situation like this. So I'm really hoping that there is a positive feedback loop here. I'm optimistic that this is a case where the city of Memphis, their police department, their mayor's office, everybody seems to be taking this absolutely seriously. And I'm optimistic that the end result will encourage other police departments to refuse to back up people who execute folks. And so anyway, a lot of people trying to get through the day-to-day here in Tennessee, knowing that is around the corner. The police department has said that they're going to be putting the body cam footage out after all the government offices and schools close this afternoon. They've already shut down all of the after-school activities, no sports or anything tonight after 6. Which is understandably cautious, but like I said, I'm really hoping that there is no violence tonight. I'm really hoping that the fact that the city actually brought in outside investigators and turned this around so quickly that these police have been charged with murder, you know. Now, there's still opportunities for the justice system to fail here. I'm not going to deny that. There's a lot of ways this could go at trial, things like that, and I could see, you know, there being negative responses from the community if people feel like the DA's office, if these arrests were a fake out, if this was a sham, it's just going to postpone the community reaction. But as far as I can tell, it looks like everybody is finally waking up to the fact that you can't shield police officers from murder. If they're murdering people, they need to be treated like criminals. And that's what's happening here. And I am very optimistic that we will have a peaceful evening in Memphis tonight. But once again, that's optimism. I don't have anything to back that up other than just looking at the fact that something, for one of the first times in recent memory, when something like this has gone down, the police department has refused to close ranks behind the officers, and, you know, this is being taken seriously. So, it's going to be one of those days for a lot of folks here in Tennessee. We're gonna try and get some stuff done, because we still have our own business to carry on about, and I'm going to be doing that now. Let's see, is there a troll in the YouTube chat? Is there somebody Okay, whoever this is that's like, I'm trying to hijack this conversation is gone. I'm really hoping that there's a positive feedback loop here, partially because if the government actually prosecutes police for murder, and the community says, thank you, we'd like to see less murders in the future, or fewer murders in the future. Either way, either one of these is acceptable. Maybe not grammatically, but from a community standpoint, we'd be happy with lower murder numbers by police. That would be great. In that case, if the city sees, okay, wow, when we actually do our jobs, when we actually prosecute people for murder, whether or not they're wearing a badge, and then there's not violence in the streets, there's not riots, then that creates a positive feedback loop where other cities might see what Memphis did here. I want Tennessee to be a positive example for the rest of the nation. And we have an opportunity here brought about by a stupid, unnecessary tragedy. What those officers did was inexcusable. It's sad that we're at a point where it's a relief that seeing the government, the local government, treat it that way is like a great sign. We should just not have incidents like this at all. And hopefully we'll get there. But in the short term, I'm hoping punishment for folks who do kill people extrajudicially discourages others from attempting the same in the future. Once again, maybe I'm just foolishly optimistic, but let's see. Where are we on our Photoshop image here? We are down from that one. It looks like, or we're over 3 blocks from it, maybe? Yeah, that's aligned with there, so we're 3 blocks over from this one. Is that 3 blocks, or is that 4? 4 blocks over. So anyway, I'm going to start playing some Minecraft and going about my day. I know a lot of y'all have to go about your day too. But, yeah. Okay, so let's see where we are in relation to that. We are how many up? Looks like we are 1 block higher than... Yep, we are 1 block up from this. Okay, so that is there. But yeah, I want to see a lot of really disappointed reporters today. I've seen so many people tweeting about getting hotel rooms in Memphis to cover the violence, and I think people just assume the worst. They just you know, if your job is to make a spectacle, you want to see that. But for the people who live in Memphis, for the people who live in Tennessee, who live in the United States in general, who are dealing with this sort of ongoing problem of police brutality, like, we just want peace, you know? Like, if every journalist who flew into Memphis anticipating violence is very sadly disappointed by seeing a community that is shocked and angry and upset about this extrajudicial killing, about this murder by police, and also demonstrates understanding that the system is actually doing its job for the first time in a long time by having those cops arrested. People might surprise those journalists, and I hope that if there is a peaceful and organized reaction, that's the other thing, is not everything's a riot. There's all sorts of ways for people to get out in the streets and protest peacefully. And it looks like the Tennessee Highway Patrol has been tasked with replacing Memphis City Police on the streets downtown tonight, with the intentional job of avoiding escalation. Like, because they are concerned that if there is a peaceful protest, that the city police might try to escalate it to buck their bosses on this. So, I'm optimistic. Anyway, Kanika, thank you for tipping 20. Who writes Grow Hills? Sorry, it's hard to change gears like this, but I appreciate the support, Kanika. We're gonna expand the camera and bring it over here. But yeah, Tennessee has a long tradition of peaceful protest. I'm sure there's gonna be, it's one of those things like here in Nashville, a lot of the ministers who were involved in the lunchroom boycotts and sit-ins, or lunchroom sit-ins and other boycotts and things like that, they're still out there. They're still giving talks. They're still parts of their communities, and I want to see them succeed at ensuring that folks have a voice and can go out and be heard without resorting to violence and without having violence forced upon them by police who are just trying to make trouble. I'm not saying Tennessee Highway Patrol is perfect either, but the fact that they're intentionally being brought in over instead of the Memphis City Police, it shows that people are taking this seriously at every level. And so I'm wishing the best to anybody who is out there tonight protesting, that they're able to do so peacefully without escalation from police, without outside agitators getting involved or trying to make something where there's nothing. This should be an entirely unnecessary conversation. And I'm... But anyway, my point was, a lot of us are going to have that weighing on our minds today. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But we've still got our responsibilities and our jobs to do. So I'm here to help y'all hang out and have a place to chill while you're at work today. Sometimes it's just nice to have something on in the background, you know? Okay, so we're going to bring that up to here. Somebody says the stream title didn't update. I'm not sure why it didn't. Let me try it. Let me try force refresh on the title. January... There we go. Well, thank you. Kanika writes, that's a fact, and it's a great topic to listen to while I work. Well, I appreciate it, Kanika. And once again, I thank you for the tip earlier. Let's see here. Gray terracotta. But yeah, I know not everybody lives in where I do and doesn't have the same opportunities that I do in Tennessee and in Nashville. But seriously, y'all, if you ever see a random flyer for some random, like if you see a flyer for some name that you heard in history class is just talking at the local Methodist church on Thursday night about their experiences in the civil rights movement. I don't care if you've never stepped foot in a Methodist church before. Like, these folks have lived and worked lives that we have not had to. And we are very fortunate for their efforts happening before we were born, before we had to be dealing with this stuff directly. Like, if you have the chance to see folks talk, go do it. Okay. Let's see here. The camera count drifted. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm zoomed out too much on the camera count. Sorry. Have I seen the 120 armor customization? I have. I haven't had a chance to look at it too much. But it seems good. Like, it doesn't... I'm not sure how much it'll directly impact my gameplay, because, you know, I always kind of liked playing with chainmail on, because it showed my skin through it. And so maybe this is... Okay, so that actually brings us to here. So maybe this is something... I don't know. It kind of feels like, though, armor customization is just worse than armor with more holes in it. Like, I'd rather have more things like chainmail than more detail on diamond armor. Oh boy. Let's see here. If I zoom in a little bit here in Photoshop. Okay, so there's definitely above that one here-ish. There's definitely a black terracotta and a gray terracotta here. No, I want a gray. Oh, am I out of... No, I'm not a gray concrete. Okay, so then over from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's get... Okay. Boy. I think this one's gonna be a pumpkin. Yeah, pumpkin in here. Brown concrete. Gray terracotta and brown concrete. Brown terracotta, brown terracotta. Let's throw a pumpkin in there. Gray terracotta. And that's gonna cover that. That gets us until we go, how many blocks to there? 9, it looks like. Well, oh wait, no, hold on. Looks like that's already covered, so we're good there. Ecklog says, I think I'm the only person who doesn't care about armor trims at all. I mean, like I just said, I don't really feel like they're for me. I get the appeal in general, but I'd rather just have you know, what is going on here? I'd rather just have better better chainmail. Let us have netherite chainmail so you can see our skins. Welcome, Artisy Raiders. Glad you could join us. Artemis says this is stunning. Thank you. I mean, for like things like Ethos PvP game, being able to color code teams and stuff is helpful. Eklog says, let me enchant my armor with invisibility potions. Yeah, that would be good. Calway says, is the blue Vex totem skin available somewhere? I don't know. I think Asuma had it commissioned. I think it's a HermitCraft exclusive. Sorry. The normal totem shop was sold out, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay, so where were we? Looking at this here. Okay, so that's gonna be... We are one above that. Going back to... here, maybe. We're a lot lower than that. On the moment. Is it getting dark? It is getting dark. Casacali says, the camera view is so satisfying. Well, thank you, Casacali. It's been a learning experience getting all this stuff set up properly without delays or weird audio desyncs. Yeah, I think it's fine for them to add stuff to the game that most people won't use, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm hyped about something that's not for me, you know? It's like, okay, that's great for the people who want it. But, you know, meanwhile, I'm over here and I've completely, you know, found my heart free of desire. I am one with the universe. I don't need anything more from Minecraft. I'm good. So, yeah, I know Microsoft would love it if I came in here and I was like, Windows 11! Oh my gosh! The only thing Minecraft needs is Windows 11 to be a requirement! I'm not gonna do that. I refuse. Casacali writes, that was good fake hyping. I know, right? It's almost like I'm a professional. Okay, wait, so I might have done the math wrong on some of this. Okay, so we're actually down from that one. No, I did the math fine. I did the math fine. Okay, so we are 4 over from that. Let me make sure that I've still got that 4 over. That's down to here. Okay. And we are 1 above that. So how long until we hit these points of interest here then? 27, okay. So it's going to be... So that's 90 minus 9. So that's 81 blocks of concrete powder. Okay. So that's 62, so that's 80, 81. There we go. No, I'm not upgrading to Windows 11. I'm probably going to never buy another Windows desktop again if I can avoid it. Because I've been going insane with how Windows stores information about its audio devices. Or refuses to. Okay. Hey, Jenny Girl. Thank you for wishing me a good day. I hope you have a fantastic day as well. I don't care how Windows looks. I care how Windows functions. If I could, I'd still be running Win2K Pro. Although that was also like the best looking Windows. So it's fine. I'm not shallow. You're shallow. But it was also the best Windows. Okay, we are actually almost out of concrete powder, so that's going to be a problem real quick. Like zip zip. Okay, so we are going to want a gray terracotta here. Black terracotta. Brown terracotta. Brown terracotta. Brown terracotta. Da, da, da. Okay, let's throw in, I think I'm going to make this one a pumpkin too. It's a little bit brighter than it needs to be, but it gives it a little bit of a... Okay, so what do we want here? We are going to want probably another brown concrete, another gray terracotta here, another black terracotta there. And then we are going to go over and start doing more concrete powder. That's not concrete powder. Okay, so terracotta, brown terracotta. No, wrong. Let's do gray. We're just kind of feeling this out, reading the pixel art, and following our dreams. Okay. Mushroom block here. Another gray terracotta there. Brown concrete here. Brown terracotta there. Then 2 more black terracottas in here. Right there and there. Okay, so coming this way. Whoops. And now we're out of concrete powder. Okay. So, let's see. What do we need? Concrete powder. That one's empty. Cool. Let's get rid of the stems for right now. And the blocks of quartz. We're not going to need those super soon. That gives us room for 2 extra stacks of that. What other colors are we about to run into in Photoshop here? Oh boy, we're going to have some oranges soon. Oh wow, for real. It might be wise for me to run up. So we're going to swap in some orange concrete here. And maybe make some orange terracotta. Doesn't look like we're going to be using the clay anytime soon. Or the blues. So let's offload our blues into here for now. Okay. Silly Tom says, what you making? I'm making a colossal scale pinball machine, 128 meters wide, 256 meters deep, all the way up to build height, themed after space telescopes. I've got a deep field image from the James Webb Space Telescope in Photoshop that I am cross-referencing Or just I'm just referencing it. I'm not cross-referencing it. Y'all don't let me try to get away with sounding fancy when I ain't. I'm referencing this image like a professional. Okay. So let's go in here and we are going to color some orange terracotta real quick. Okay. Well, we'll just put that in the overflow for right now. Yep. So I've got my camera account here. So you can see in the middle, the side of the pinball machine. The Photoshop image is next to it that I've got zoomed in. I'm not sure how big that actually looks like on a TV. Yeah, that's viewable. Okay, so let's go ahead and fly back up here. Fly, fly away, oh Joe Hills, fly, fly away, dun dun, la dun 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 dun, fly, fly away. Okay, so if I come up 3 here, I go, there's a few kind of minor points of interest out this way here. Whoops. So how, oh yeah, let's zoom back in on the camera account. I can't see what I'm working on out there. Okay. So that's 2 over, 3 over. Now we do want to have a dark gray concrete in here. I'm not sure if on stream you can see some of the very, very light stuff in Photoshop. There's just a few kind of tiny points of interest here we're addressing, and then we're going to go all the way to the end with concrete powder. Pearl isn't likely to go to bed, so I'm going to go lay my head down and dream. I mean, you might be able to see them, Samantha, Natalie, if you have a good screen and if the encoding's all the way up. Sometimes streaming software will compress, like video codecs will compress things that are almost completely black into, like, basically similar colors get compressed sometimes. So I wasn't sure if that was coming through clearly or not. Let's pour some more coffee real quick. Okay. Boy. Okay. Getting ready to go. Lena says, it looks good to me, but I have a calibrated display, so I have an advantage. Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, I got this display. This display is, like, high quality because I do some graphic design and web development work, or I used to. I'm trying to do as little of that as possible these days, but yeah, I'm glad to be moving on. Okay, so then from here we're gonna go 11, so that's 33 concrete powder. Okay, zooming on in to Photoshop. Okay, so this is pretty dark, but we're taking some creative liberty here with the values in order to make sure that it just doesn't look like empty space when there is something here. Minecraft just, I mean, in theory, I could be maybe using coal blocks for some of these, but that doesn't really fit the spirit of what I'm trying to do. Okay, so then after that, we're going to go 3. And then, boy, Okay, that's interesting. There's like one here. But what's interesting about that one is it kind of tails up. Is there anything else over here that's of interest? Is that already covered? Okay. No, that's not done yet. Okay. So we'll come back to that. Welcome, Rone. Glad you could join us. What is going on over here? Oh, message from Beef. I don't think this is secret. I'll wait and see. Okay. Okay, so where was I? Sorry, I got distracted. Beef is sending us messages about the card game. I'll see if I can share that once he's done making this point. Whoops. Okay, so it actually looks like this kind of goes up here. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry, welcome Polaris North Star. Beef has some stuff he's messaging myself and a couple others about his upcoming game release, which I am very hyped for. And I am waiting to see how much of that I can talk about. But okay. So let's go ahead and put black terracotta in here, black terracotta in here, gray terracotta in here. Another black terracotta this way. Okay, then we're gonna hit that. How far out? That big bright orange one. That is 10 out. Wilting says, ooh, super chill stream. Good morning. Morning, Wiltings. Yeah, we're working on the pinball machine. Whoops. I did not mean to throw that. I meant to zoom out on Photoshop so I could show y'all what I'm working on better. And we're going to have to adjust the camera account a little bit as well at this point. Okay. Oh, this is going to look so good. I am super excited. Somebody in YouTube chat has a question about Cleo's toothache. I never know what's public knowledge and what isn't. So if you want to know how a hermit's doing, check their Twitter. Don't put other hermits in the situation of maybe saying something they shouldn't. And this is not like just in this particular case. I mean, I'm not like, oh no, I know so many secrets about teeth. The teeth secrets might get out. They might fall out of my mouth. Whoa! Like seriously, yeah. Don't ask people stuff like that. Like go ask, or don't ask Cleo. Don't bother her. She's obviously dealing with her own stuff. But if she has something to say about how she's doing, she'll say on Twitter. It's not my job to be somebody's spokesperson who's dealing with a medical issue. That is like some sort of special training that I don't have. Right? Yeah, we're gonna bring those down there. Okay. Brown terracotta. Brown concrete. It's like they always say on Little Mosque on the Prairie. It's un-Islamic to gossip. The Ricky Roy, raiding with a party of 29. Welcome, the Ricky Roy. My name is Joe Hills. I'm down here in the lower left. I am streaming from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the HermitCraft server. I am currently beneath my colossal scale pinball machine. If you look at the camera account in the center there, I'll zoom out with my camera. I've been building a 128 meter deep, 256 meter deep, 128 meter wide pinball machine here on the HermitCraft server that I am theming after space telescopes. I'm calling this one Deep Field, hence the James Webb Space Telescope Deep Field photo that I am using to skin the outside of the machine. I don't have the playfield, the translight, or a lot of this other stuff done yet. Inside, it's still a little bit of a work in progress, but welcome, Raiders. As you can see, I've got the lockdown bar in. Whoops, I've got a bed. You might say, Joe, why would you make it this scale? No worries, Kanika. Well, this is as high as you can build something in Minecraft. I actually am using a real spooky pinball cabinet from Total Nuclear Annihilation by Scott Denisi for the external measurements. Like I said, I'm doing my own custom playfield and artwork on the sides, but this is the perfect size to make 2 Minecraft maps with. So basically, once the actual playfield's done, the overhead maps will, show that. I'm very excited about that aspect of the project. Can we fly out here? I think I can. Whoa, a little bit low there. But yeah, this is largely going to be viewed realistically in the distance by people flying past on their way to the shopping district on HermitCraft, which is just over here. To Kill Away tips 12 and says, "Hey Joe, just had the most horrible day at work. Happy to catch your stream and relax." Well, I am sorry to hear that you had a rough day, and I am glad that I can in some way provide a bit of comfort at the end of it, though. So, as I smash into the ground real hard, we're getting a little bit of network lag on the server lately. That's why I have to carry a totem when I fly around. But let's go ahead and get to Killaways. 12 on the board here. 9 and 3. Boom. That puts us 7 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. So thank you so much. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. So, here's where we are going. Up, up, up. We have more work to do. Now, because I've got the camera account here, you can actually see in real time as I take the Photoshop thing that I'm looking at and start putting blocks in. So let's zoom on in here. Ta-da. Okay. So, let's see. I want to put in some pumpkins. Well, no, we're down to our last pumpkin. Boy, okay. We're gonna put in 2 orange terracotta. Boom. Okay, that's gonna be good. That might be a lot brighter than many of the other points on the machine, but this is also legitimately like one of the brightest things on the starting image, so that fits. We are gonna want a black terracotta here. M. Lavis! What? It says, hey, Joe, it's been a bit. Hey, glad you could make it to the stream, M. Lavis. Let's see, that 27... Well, 7's going to get you 1 face camera expansion milestone. 20 is going to get you evenly to the next one. So let's get both of those on the board. Thanks for stopping in, M. Lavis. Here we go. Expand, Joe. Do-do-do-do. And numero dos. Expand, Jost. Do-do-do-do. Oh, I guess I'm not Jost yet. I'm still full Joe-pacity. But either way, that puts us 20 even away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Okay, let's go ahead. Ooh, there's a possible Banovator in the chat who says, I want to sell you follows on Twitch. I see why your account was flagged for Banovating. Because your entire economic model is scum. You should leave. But you're a bot, so you're not reading this anyway. No, you're a bot. I guess you're not reading this anyway because it's not text. But regardless. Okay. Let's keep going here. We got plenty to do on this colossal scale pinball machine build. Let's throw in another brown terracotta there. And another black terracotta next to it. Yeah, that's going to look good. Okay. Now we're going to have another black terracotta here. Joe baby talking to a bot is terrifying. Thank you. I do what I can. Okay. Let's see. We're going to come in here and we're going to fill some of these in as well. Looks like that one's actually got a little bit going off to the side there. Now, then from there until the end, we are at what level here? We are at that level. So yeah, we're just going to fill in until we hit the wall. The next 3. It's not worth it switching the controls back and forth for galloping blocks because we're doing a lot of precision block placing for the points of interest in here. Okay. Taking another sip of my coffee. Okay. So, putting that there, then taking it to the end. What have we got here? Okay, so this is where things get interesting. So, we are level there. Okay. Wait. No, that can't be. What am I looking at here? Let's zoom in. Sorry, it's easier to look at the... Okay, it looks like I accidentally extended that too high. Okay. So that should actually be... Yeah, more like that. Okay. Where do the hermits get enough gravel for all the concrete they use? Well, Cleo and I did... Evil Ben says lots and lots of off-stream digging. What? No, Cleo and I just streamed like 2 hours of digging the other Monday. We went and found a gravel hills biome like 5,000 blocks out. What is it called? Windswept Hills? Okay. So... basically... we want... oops, black terracotta... about here. Okay. So that's going to be a gray terracotta and a black terracotta there. Actually, maybe let's shift that over. This is going to be a brown terracotta. Oh boy. Yeah, this thing is going to be hot, hot, hot. Okay. Yeah, looking at the values on this. Boy. Okay, so... yeah, maybe we do it. Yeah, we'll make both of these gray. Then we'll go with the black terracotta up like this. Then we'll have a brown terracotta here and here. Brown concrete here. I think we're out of pumpkin. Actually, this though should probably just be an ochre frog light at this point. And then another one here, possibly even. Brown terracotta, gray terracotta. Let's do brown mushroom block. Actually, that's maybe an orange terracotta there, actually. Yeah, orange terracotta here. Let's do brown concrete for this one. Brown terracotta for that one. Actually, dark gray terracotta, maybe. Okay, we're gonna have black concrete under here and here. Okay, gray terracotta across there. And we need to lay our heads down and dream. Rone says, if you ever wonder how Joe did something, the answer is probably on stream, painstakingly. Can I move the camera up a little bit? Ah, thank you. Yes. Sorry, this is the scale. I'm not used to having the live camera yet. This is something we're experimenting with for the pixel art. Yeah, this is like 24 hours of streaming that's going to be inside of a time skip. This was a non-trivial effort to pull off, but that doesn't mean it's worth trying to shoehorn into an episode. Okay, so Black terracotta. Whoops. So that's going to go there. We'll have a black terracotta here. Have another black terracotta there. Okay. Brown terracotta. Gray terracotta. Whoops. Dang it. I'll fix those later. Time doesn't skip itself. Time keeps on skipping, skipping, skipping into the future. Okay, so brown concrete. Mushroom block here, maybe. Another mushroom block here. Okay. So do 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 do. Do 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 but da 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 do 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 dee 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 na 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 na. Okay, we have to go get more pumpkins for this next part though. There's gonna be some pumpkins in there. So let's go grab some of those. M. Lavis says, Cup has got to be loving this. I think he is a space. I think he's a space nerd. He sure is. Yeah, I showed him some of this. I showed him my demo area where I was testing this in my nether tunnel. It actually made his last episode. I was shocked he included it. Because I was like, oh, well, I mean, I was like, hey, Cub, you want to come over here so I could explain this to you for my episode? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then he put it in his episode. I didn't tell him, like, no spoilers, because it wasn't, like, a huge spoiler or anything. I just figured it wouldn't be, like, interesting enough for him to use. Or related to his work, but... Did I calculate the amount of blocks I need, or am I winging it? So, I calculated the amount of, like, black concrete powder I would need, and then I only gathered, like, a fraction of that because I don't have time to... If I gathered all the gravel and sand first, I would never start working on it. And I didn't want to start on it and be like, you know what, actually, black concrete powder is the wrong tool for the job, right? Okay. Yeah, I do have an axe, but it's not in my hand. I don't, it's back in storage. Am I leaning forward? Yeah, I think the microphone is lower than usual for some reason. Also, oh, the part of the reason I'm leaning forward is to, like, look at the Photoshop, because yeah, I should probably adjust that somehow. Let me mute the mic and see if I can move it up a little. Cool. I think the microphone's also a little bit, or not microphone, the camera. I was having trouble with the backdrop. It was like showing underneath the green screen curtain before, but I think we got it. Hopey1 Kenobi says, oh, we moved to the front? How excited. No, we're on the side of the pinball machine still. Okay, it's about noon out there. Oh, wait. I need to use shears on these, don't I? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go down here for now. Just knock this out. Now I'm... Oh, now would have been a really good time to get that axe, because I was just right next to everything. Whatever, we've got haste and we're right here. It's not like it's gonna... Whoops. Cool, cool, cool. Now we can just take these, drop them on top of those. Yeah, we're not going to need 23 pumpkins right away. That'll hold us over for a while. Okay, so let's put the pumpkin seeds up, the shears up. We've got ochre, frog light. Okay, we've got all the frog lights. In terms of other lighting-related cubes, none of these are... We might end up replacing the pumpkins with shroom lights later in some of these. I'm not sure, but... Is it worth carrying around my tools? I mean, when I'm doing this pixel art, I'm going to be honest, a lot of the time it's not worth carrying around my tools because I should be carrying around like a ton of concrete powder. We're on a point of interest right now with also, like, we're running low on brown concrete, gray terracotta. Let's run up here into our storage and grab some more stuff. Luckily, we got plenty of brown dye, as you can tell. But in terms of concrete... Where did I feel like I put a bunch of concrete powder somewhere. Or we had some made concrete. That's, okay, orange concrete is good to have, but maybe I already pulled it all. Brown wool. We have plenty of wool, but that's not what I want. Yeah, I guess I pulled all the concrete out of these already. Tropical fishies. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is from our old axolotl. Light blue concrete. Yeah, let's grab some of that. Terracotta. Orange terracotta, we now have a full stack of. More orange concrete. Okay. I'm thinking that's not the real Fred Durst, so I'm gonna take care of that. Okay. Whew, stretch it out. Oh, I forgot that I made the hair of the axolotl shop out of obsidian. That's going to be a whole thing to clean up. Wow. Yeah, that's a good point. That is... Oh, boy. Yeah, y'all are right. That wasn't why... Wait, were there totems? Hey, there were two. Yeah, we're going to save those. Good call there, Alex. Okay. So let's also grab some rockets here while we're up. Bum, 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 bum. Let's drop off this. My junk box is too full of junk for boxing. How did you... Okay, so let's grab some rockets here. Do-do-do-do. Dee-da-dee-dee. La-da-da-dun-dun-dun. Do the allay totems work like regular totems? Yep. Did my audio glitch? And it was a scary sounding glitch. Dang it. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace this USB to XLR unit. I was hoping I could get through today's stream before going shopping. But, okay. Yeah, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. And I am reinvesting that money back into the stream. Don't worry. No, I did not touch the mic. No, the USB XLR thing. We got a super cheap one as a proof of concept to, like, test out the mics and figure out if it was worth investing in moving forward And then when my primary microphone thing died, we switched to the test unit as the primary, which was fine for a while, but it's started to act up. But, you know, that's what you get when you buy the cheapest possible version of something. Like, that's on me. I should have, as soon as the other one broke and I started using this one as the primary, I should have bought a new secondary. That's... But that's, yeah. So my goal is to get through this stream. I was like, I don't want to cancel the morning stream because I thought I had messed with it enough to get it working again temporarily. But yeah. That's where we're at on all this. Okay. So let's see. We want to go up from here. So that's aligned with that. We needed to get these filled in anyway. I'm going to zoom back in here on the camera. Okay, so what am I looking at? I am currently standing there-ish. Okay. I'm currently here. And... okay, so maybe we replace those. We're going on up until we are level with that. And then from there, excuse me, black terracotta's going in. Then another black concrete powder, then another black terracotta. And that's going to be a gray terracotta there. I forgot to make more of those. We are going to need them. Okay. Okay, so... it's so weird not having daylight here. I tried punching holes and skylights and stuff, and it's mixed results. Mixed results. Okay. Okay. So now I'm where? I'm there. Hey, welcome, Hard Luck. You might have been in here earlier. I think you were. Wait. No, maybe not. The days are all running together for me. Happy Friday. Yin to 5. I'm looking at replacing the XLR to USB adapter. We've been having a lot of audio issues the last couple streams, and Matthew Lavis tips 80 all at once. Thank you very much, Matthew Lavis, who says USB to XLR fund. Well, wow, that is gonna get us 4 face camera expansion real quick. Expand Joe. Do. For the next one, y'all have seen that money go straight to my head with each face camera expansion milestone we hit. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I have forged in life are about to begin pulling us down to the deep below. Enter the Jost. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty, we're going to lower the opacity to 90%. And then, numero trace, expand my face. Dee. Lowering the opacity now to 80%. Numero quattro, how about some more, Joe? Do. Lowering the opacity now to 70%. Thank you very much, M. Lavis. Woo. Okay, so hopefully we'll have this all going. I'm going to have to see what the... Luckily in Nashville, we have a lot of really good music stores. So somebody should have something useful in stock. Mr. Hardluck says, is it a cord where each end is different or a little adapter between a cord and your computer? No, well, I don't want to touch it because if I touch it, it will break. It's very sensitive to, like, the exact angles that the wires are in there right now, which is not how it should work. But it's a box about this big with 2 XLR ports on it, like, which are like the circular 3-pin microphone ports, as well as a bunch of knobs and LEDs. So yeah, luckily Nashville is a good place. Now you might pay more to buy something from a local, music shop or whatever than you would like from Amazon or B&H or whatever. But the fact that I can have it same day, I can know 100% tonight's stream is going to happen. And I'm supporting that pipeline into tomorrow and into the future, So let's see. We just got another tip rolling in from Shannon for 20. So thank you very much, Shannon, for that. Let's get that on the board. Boom. And here we go. It's time to expand Jost. We are now at the most obnoxious face camera milestone, the Tony Stark helmet cam. Thank you, Shannon, for getting us there. At this point, the camera can't cover more of the screen. It'll keep getting bigger, though, and more transparent with each jump. And, whoa! Ellis has made sure that we are not going to stay at the most obnoxious face camera size for long. Ellis writes, got a bonus from work this morning. Here is to new audio equipment and tips 150. We were 40 away from our next face camera expansion milestone, and then 50, and then another 100. Woo! Okay. So that is 7 expansions. Here we go. Thank you very much, Ellis. Expand Jost. T. Joe Ecclesburg. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 50. That's the brightness. Oh, no. Don't change the brightness. That's bad. Let's zero that. Oh, no. What did I do? Okay. I clicked something in OBS. Okay. We're going to get this back on track. Don't worry. Okay. Lower the Joe opacity now to 50%. That's the one we wanted. That's what we wanted to adjust. Okay. Numero dos. Expand Jost. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 42%. Thank you again to Ellis. Numero tres. Even larger face. La da da da. Brr. Lowering the Joe opacity now to a frigid 32%. Numero cuatro. How about some more Jost? Lowering the Joe opacity to... what is it? 24%. Yeah, that's right. I have a system. Numero each Nissan she go go go. Expand Jost. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 20%. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. How about we have an even larger and more transparent face? Bringing it back, finding my eye, so we can lower that Joe opacity. Where is my eyeball? There it is. Somewhere down there. Oh my gosh. There it is. Okay, lowering the Joe opacity now to 16%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thanks to Ellis, this ghost is in heaven. Actually, it was probably all my good deeds. But Ellis, you can take a little bit of credit too. Thank you so much, Ellis, for that 150. That is 7 face camera expansions. I am going to lower the Joe opacity now to 12%. We're actually... so I'm going to crank the... I've been experimenting with the compositor on here, and I temporarily had the camera at a lower resolution. So we're going to bring that back up so it looks good. So thank you, Ellis, for sharing a bit of your good fortune with the entire community here. Like I said, that is going straight into equipment that is going to be back tonight, hopefully. And we got another tip rolling in from Lena for 20. Let's go ahead and lay our heads down and dream, and we will process that. Whoa. So here we go, getting that 20 on the board. That gets us 10 past that next face camera expansion milestone. Expand. Just. Do. ZB says, why did you say cinco twice? Well, in uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis, I was quoting a song. Yeah. It's fine. Which song isn't important? It's from my youth. Okay, where is my eyeball? I can't even find my eye anymore. Okay. Whoa, that was the wrong button. Apparently, you can accidentally resize it. Don't want to do that. Okay. Lower in the opacity now to 9%. I was trying to center it, and it was like, nope. Okay, so that puts us 10 away from the next face camera expansion. Yeah, that's it. Pretty fly. That's right. Impulse SV, join the game. Howdy, Impulse. Thanks for not restocking your totems. Got a fun short out of it. Yeah, I don't know if Impulse has seen the short yet. Okay. Lena says, I love audio, so this is money well spent. Believe me, I definitely want to upgrade all sorts of the parts of the studio, especially now that we're having Quinn in studio hopefully once a week. Impulse says, forgot I set that glass filter for Hypno months ago. Okay. Badger Span says, did you ask around to see if the ones I showed you had multiple channel USB for OBS? I am in the process. That's something I'm looking into after the stream. I was hoping to have a little bit more time for research, but this thing seems to be dying very quickly. So yeah, I'm going to definitely look into a few different things before I go. And more importantly, I'm going to make sure that whatever I look into before I go, I can pull up stuff on the fly when I'm out shopping. So, like, if I see, oh, hey, they've got this unit, how is that different from the one I saw before? Because, like, if you're dealing with in-store stock, like, it's one of those things, like, I'll see what they have, and then I'll cross-reference that with the research. But, yeah. Oh, wow, this vintage beef thing is popping up like crazy. Okay. Can we tell our viewers we've been selected to help in this way? Question mark for beef. And I always love it when the camera account times out. So Beef has asked. Okay, awesome. I can announce. Fantastic. Beef has decided that in order for his thing to work, his card game to work, he is going to want to have folks officially helping with some of the matches. Making sure that the health is counted down and that the, what do you call it? That the vulnerability chart is kept in mind and stuff like that. So kind of like a referee or game master. Yep. So even though the game is simple enough that people could probably run informal matches themselves for, like, big tournament or bracket play, making sure that there's not like a mistake, because the fans would be upset if their favorite hermit like didn't move forward in a bracket because somebody forgot to count like damage properly, right? Nobody, it's just easier with an extra set of eyes, right? So Vintage Beef has asked 3 folks to help out and run games, and I was one of the people he asked. And the other 2 will probably make their own announcements shortly. But I'm very, very excited to be able to have this fun excuse to hang out with my friends more and witness some card games. Should be a good time. Okay, so let's get on back on top of this thing here. We've got the everything going, I think, properly. There's my eye. Okay. So coming out this way here, we can just pillar up basically at this point. Okay. So let's hop back over here. We've got, I keep forgetting to get the more gray terracotta, which we don't urgently need, but like it would be it's a good nice to have here. Okay. So let's get some of these lights in where we're going to need the lights. Boy. Okay. So also let's put an orange here. Orange there, orange there. We're going to have orange terracotta here. Am I too high up? No, I'm not. Okay. Gonna have gray there. Whoops. Oh, dang it. Citrus Things, raiding with a party of 1. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Getting a ref skin would be fun. Oh, that's a good point. You know, I've already got my I could just be the Beetlejuice as the ref. Okay, hey, you lost an extra 10 points there, buddy. Because he's got like the stripes anyway, right? That way I don't have to. I could get a account that's called Joe Hills Overseas. Okay. Have a good night, Citrus Things. Get some rest. Mahi Zero has the same thought. Okay, yeah, see, that's a good idea. That's a sign of a healthy mind that we're in agreement. Okay. So we're going to put another orange terracotta here. We're going to have 2 ochre frog lights here and here. Boy. Let's get a... Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at this properly here. This should probably actually be a brown concrete, if anything. With a brown terracotta in there. And then maybe just a normal terracotta block there. We don't do a lot of those. But that's going to, I think, look good in this one particular spot. Another orange. Okay, so it looks like we need a gray terracotta here. Have that come up like that. Another orange. I could put on dark sunglasses to make fun of the blind ref trope. Is that really a trope? See, that's the thing, is I don't know enough about referee culture to know. You know, some actual yellow concrete or yellow terracotta here would probably be about right. I will be, yeah, Joe Hills will be overseas, hopefully in March. Blind ref is a trope, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Hey, we got a tip rolling in from Elizabeth for 10. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. We were 10 away from our next face camera expansion, but now we are evenly at it. So here we go. It's time to expand. Joost. It's going to take a while. OBS starts not being very responsive with the dragging and the clicking when it gets this big. It's like, why? Why would any human do this? Why? Don't do this. And I look down and whisper, no. Okay. Where is my actual... I can't find... Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and in an attempt to find my face, we're going to temporarily turn the opacity back up. Then once I find my eyeball... Okay, we were nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. There it is. Turn the opacity back down to where it belongs at 6%. That puts us 20 even away from the next face camera expansion and 40 away from the entrance of the Beetlejuice. So let's go ahead. We have a lot of stuff we need to grab. We need to grab more brown concrete. We got this... okay, we need to get more brown concrete. We need to get more gray terracotta. So let's make the gray terracotta real quick. Okay. Let's make some more brown concrete out of the light blue. That's probably not going to come up too much here. Okay, put the brown dye back away. We're going to put the extra torches away. Gonna put the extra tots in the chops and tots box. Boom. Gonna get a train whistle to go with my skin. Because the referee train whistle is a classic, of course. Let's see. More HermitCraft. Okay. Okay. So we got gray terracotta, we got brown concrete. We need to get yellow terracotta and yellow concrete, I think. Maybe red sand? I'm not sure about how the powder and the red sand is going to look. I don't feel like that's going to fit what we're going for, really. So we're going to try it without the red sand for right now. Get a whistle sound goat horn. KO. I do want to get some vintage beef noises. I haven't had the chance to do that yet. But I'm hoping when he gives us referee training, I can get him to record a few sound clips that maybe I can get into a goat horn. I haven't figured out exactly how that would work. Okay, so we're going to put this here. Put another pumpkin here. Okay, so then this is going to come up like that. We're going to have orange terracotta here for sure. Maybe some brown here. Brown concrete. That's going to come up there like so. Wait, is that... No, that was not right. Okay, so for right in here, I think I want to have the yellow terracotta. Yeah, that looks about right. And then orange feels about right. And then brown. Then gray or maybe brown terracotta, actually. Yeah. Okay, that feels decent. And then we have one of these and one of these. This is looking cool. So the actual spiral here, it's like two galaxies that are like one of them's trailing off into the other. Like it drifted through and some of the stars got thrown off. It's really neat. Morning, Chloe the Great and Powerful. Referee training, referee salary. I don't know if we get referee salary. Matthew Lavis says, in Buffalo, when a ref made a bad call for a football game, the fans donated over $40,000 to a foundation that helps the visually impaired in hope that it would assist the refs. Wow, that's kind of mean, but helpful at the same time. Yeah, I've got mixed feelings about that. Ooh, that is harsh. But also constructive. So, you know, at least there's that. Okay. Let's zoom in on over here and take an eyeball at how this is going to go. So, we've got these two coming up. I feel like this is a good place for an orange terracotta here. Actually, maybe that's a brown terracotta. And then we have two oranges coming down here. Like, yeah, that kind of feels a little better. And then we have like a brown terracotta again. We have a black terracotta out here with a gray terracotta above it. Then another black. And, oops. Another gray above that. Okay. Looks like brown concrete would be appropriate here, and then a brown terracotta. Then another gray. Okay, so we're not going to really understand or be able to parse exactly how this is going to look until we get down here and fill in some of the gaps with the concrete powder. So let's go ahead and start on that. Because for the contrast, it being in front of the birch is not going to, like, be correct, right? Like, it's not supposed to be in front of the birch like that. Okay, actually, also, let's eyeball how that goes. So coming out from right here, it goes like 2 over, 1 up, and then there's another barely visible point of interest, though, right here. So we're going to have black terracotta and gray terracotta, kind of filling that in. Okay. Dang it. Ask if we can get paid in booster packs. The problem is, I don't think people are going to trust us to referee the games if we're being given an unfair advantage in other ways, right? Imagine the drama stakes to the tournament arc. People are saying if you're not paid a salary, you're open to bribery. Sapphire Smith says calling someone disabled shouldn't be an insult. Yeah, that's part of, like, yeah, with the ref thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not great. It's It's always nice when a charity gets financial assistance, but it's. Okay. So internally here, I don't think there's any other. Okay, so there is this block thing here. Okay. Oops. Okay, so that doesn't start until we're out to there, which is about right. Okay, so then that is going to be level coming up 2 off of that. Or how many is that? 3? Let's zoom in here real quick. It's too dark. I can't see. Okay. So we are currently 4 up from there, and that would be actually where that begins. So that's going to be... Let's get the black terracotta out. Get a gray terracotta here. And... no, maybe a brown terracotta here. Gray, gray, black. And then concrete powder the rest of the way up. We're clear for a while above that, but not perfectly. So we're just going to clear this out. Yeah, I know it's getting dark. We're going to head to the bed. We got to refill some of our blocks anyway. What am I making? I am making a colossal scale pinball machine themed after space telescopes. It's called Deep Field. If I zoom out on the camera count here, does the rain not go away when we wake up? It does, eventually. So I've got a Photoshop image I'm working from in the upper left. And you can see how that is going to look in relation to our other stuff here. Okay, we've been going for almost 2 hours. I was hoping to have more... Now, the thing is, though, there's a lot of dead space between that big thing there, the big spiral we just did, and back this way. So we could probably... So it's one of those things like the points of interest. I spent a lot of time thinking about like the palette and stuff like that. But then when we switch back to like, and now we've got to kill a lot of space in between the galaxies. How high up are we here? We are currently at... Let's zoom back in on the thing here. Okay. So looking at this, we are 1 block above those, and we are starting there. Whoops. Okay, so it looks like... So the next actual point of interest is like barely one, it's 2 blocks right there. That's 36 away. Did we remember to get more concrete powder while we were down there? No, we did not. Dang it. Welcome, it's Moonlight. Glad you could join us. Take some time, read the rules, and you'll get along fine. Okay, black concrete powder was in these. Okay. Okay, so... is that point of interest that I just discovered already... oh, that's already past... oh, we've already done that, so we don't even have to count this out. We can just go straight across here. Fantastic. Okay, so then from... now that we are... let's go ahead and move that up 3. Because we should now be level with that. Are we? No. We're level with that. Okay, so the nearest point of interest, there's a few kind of faint galaxies. Okay, 15, so that's 45 blocks away. If we're going in a stack of 3 here. Okay. So then we'll throw in a gray concrete here. And then how far until the next one? Another 15, so 45 more blocks away. Go in 3 high. Okay. Okay, so here we're going to have just a couple of black terracotta. Gray terracotta. Actually, yeah, they're pretty faint. Okay. So then we continue this way until we hit what? That 13 blocks away, so that's 39. I mean, even then, that's not like directly. Yep, and hey, that's exactly where it should be. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is great. Okay, awesome. This is coming together. So we're going to use a gray concrete, gray terracotta, and a cyan concrete, or cyan terracotta for that one. Howdy, Doc. Okay, and then once we get to there, which is where we are now, there is going to be another point of interest. Almost right away, so nothing too complicated. Okay. And then okay. So then from there, are we going to run into anything? Nope, nothing until we hit the wall. So we might as well just go for it without measurement. Hey, Skylar, thank you for the kind words. I love making my videos. This is a real joy for me. A lot of folks don't realize that it's actually the streams that pay for all the videos. Some people think like, wow, Joe, I wish you spent more time on videos and less time on making streams. But really, the folks who tip on the streams are the ones who allowed me to like quit my day job. And almost all of the videos that I record like as a collab with the other hermits or the Empire's people or all that, that wouldn't be possible if I had to go to work during this time, because a lot of folks on the server are just straight up done working for the day by the time I would get out of work. So, like, yeah, I'm glad you could join us for a stream and get to see, like, kind of a part of, like, how all this happens. When I yell time skip in the middle of a video, we come over here and we get stuff done. And the folks who are tipping are making it all possible. So thank you to everybody who showed up and is supporting the show today. Because you're not only supporting this show, you're not only supporting the stream, but you're supporting the videos too. So thank you so much for that. Okay. Wow, it feels like this is getting darker somehow. Do I have my brightness turned up all the way on the camera account? Brightness, smooth lighting maximum. Is it not under video settings? Oh, brightness bright. Okay. I feel like there might have been a spectator option to turn on, like for the spectator accounts, to turn on night vision. Cave power, conduit power, cave cleaner. Let's see what's in here. Night vision. Yeah. Slash trigger, night vision. This is for spectator accounts, not for... It doesn't seem any brighter. Well, I can definitely see underwater better. Maybe it's a little brighter. I think the problem is the ring light is directly in front, or directly behind the laptop. So every time I look at the laptop screen, it's like I'm killing my pupils. Like they're just like, contract. Okay, so either way, I am 3 blocks away from... Okay, so we're on the level with those. I'm actually one... Am I... Okay, we might have to come back to that, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if I'm on the same level as those right there. Oh, I'm not, though. No. Okay, hold on. Because I jumped on top of a pillar. I'm actually currently at what level? Where's my ruler? I'm actually currently down here, I think. Yeah, I'm on that level. And I am 4 blocks away from that. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I go 5 blocks, then we'll hit this point of interest. Okay. So, brown terracotta. Let's see, gray terracotta. Brown terracotta. Wow, I can't really see what I'm doing at all here. Let's try a pearlescent frog light there. Brown terracotta, gray terracotta. And then we're going to have a black terracotta there. And there. And we're going to cover that up. Okay. And then going across here, we're going to have some parts from that star. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that thing yet. But we can then go back across there. I mean, we're basically below the brightest part of that star anyway for right now. Aaron Glow says, hey, Joe, morning. How are you doing today? I'm pretty well. I'm working on my pinball machine's deep field paint job here on the side of the cabinet. And I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. We can zoom out for a little bit since I'm just filling in the darkness at the moment. Okay. Let's see. Let's zoom out in here too. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's go for a while. And concrete powder. Maybe get a copy of the all-white map for the center of the star. I mean, we'll probably end up using quartz, or white concrete, because the problem is that maps don't render from far enough away. But okay, we have just hit the 2-hour mark. Let's think about this. So I need to do an equipment run and be back in time to get my kid from school. And it's easier for me to drive before I eat, so I don't want to get too close to lunch. So I think we're going to do a last call for tips and wrap up the show in about 10 minutes. We've been going for 2 hours. So that's a pretty decent morning stream. I'm going to be doing more of these morning streams. I'm really getting a lot out of them. There's more hermits online. And it's a good start to my day to do something creative first and then push my admin stuff and editing to the afternoon. So just so you know, so let's see. Next week in terms of morning streams, Wednesday morning we've got the craft stream with Janie and Cleo. Thursday morning, the artist formerly known as Sean Hills will be joining me in studio for kind of a hangout and play Minecraft stream, kind of like we did last Tuesday, or earlier this week. And then next Friday we'll be doing a morning stream again, just like this one. So at least 3 morning streams this week. Skylar Plays says, no, please, a few more minutes. I literally just said we're going to go for a few more minutes. Daniel J. McGrail says, what's an equipment run? I need to buy some audio equipment because my XLR to USB adapter is dying. And so, yeah. That's what that is. Oh, I forgot when I did this earlier, or last night. There was this part up here that I meant to do. And I didn't have the blocks on me. So let's real quickly fill this gap in. Badger Spanner points out that this is an XLR to USB interface, not adapter. Okay. Yes. I am not the audio engineer. Thank you, Badger. Okay. So we're going to be using water to turn all the powder into concrete powder, or into all the concrete powder into normal concrete. Hey, we got another tip rolling in from Ellis for 40. Thank you very much, Ellis, for supporting the arts and my show in particular. That is actually going to get us to blowing out this entire camera. Wow, I don't even have VLC open because I didn't think this would happen. Open folder. Stream music, select folder. Luckily, I've got a thing for when we blow out the webcam.
watched my face. It took up your screens and began to fade. It replaced some pixels from a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. It's off-color optics from a broken cam, and some other chat just throws up its hands.
The Jost is built for showtime now. It's a steady job, but it wants to be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. Webcam expander. So, thank you very much for Ellis for, bringing out the Beetlejuice here. Let me make sure that I actually set up that music right, so it's not just going to immediately play another song. Good, it's not going to. Yeah, we actually hit Beetlejuice in the morning. We have had so many incredibly kind people supporting the show today. I really appreciate it. So, let's see, where were we? We're doing some sort of space thing. Got galaxies here, deep fields and all whatnot, and the like. I get it, okay. Yeah, that's exciting. Okay. So, wow, when I'm looking at this here, where are we? Looks like we should be somewhere over that. And maybe we are. So that's good. That's something at least. Okay, so if I'm down here, I'm going to zoom in the camera. Whoa. Okay, am I missing something here? I kind of feel like, oh, no, never mind. So we are actually, we're lined up with where that needs to go for that. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to zoom on in there. Looks like we are going to need to move that up 1 or 2 here. Then we're going to need some green. Do we got any green? Okay, yeah, we got some green. We got some brown. That's okay. We're also going to need some blues in there, it looks like. Okay, so this is where things start getting a little messy. Okay, let's see here. Is that where we actually need to be? Okay, yeah. So we're actually over 1 more than I thought. Let's move that. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, actually it's more like 1, 2. And then we're gonna have a black concrete pattern there. Ooh, we're actually out. Or no, black terracotta. We're actually out of black terracotta. That. We're gonna have to go get more of that for sure. We're using a lot. It's quite a in-demand block for this sort of thing. Okay. I should prank somebody by building a background around their base. I don't know if you realize this. We're like 20 hours into this side. The front of this machine took 4 hours. And we're about 20 hours into this side of the machine. I don't know how much time I have to go run around pranking all the pals and being like, hey there, buddy, old pal, let me prank you so good on this one. Let's see. Actually, let's swap in the gray terracotta there. Actually, when I'm looking at this, it seems more like that's a gray terracotta and that one's a green. Boy, these are kind of. There's just not enough olive color blocks in the game, really. Cha-Cha says, is the front done? I mean, yeah, but it's less impressive than you think, Cha-Cha. Here, we'll fly out here and look at the front real quick, because I know some people haven't seen it. But the thing is, the front is going to be mostly coin door, and we don't have the coin door in yet. So, yeah. I mean, so the front's done. But, Kara K suggests moss. Kara K, that is a brilliant suggestion. I absolutely love that. I cannot believe I didn't think of it. Yeah. We are going to get some moss real quick, then. Let's, I think I had some in one of these chests here. That looks like that one, probably. A 64 moss block. Yeah, that's going to be a good choice there, Kara. We can't use shulker boxes because they're going to be too... they disappear in the distance is the problem. Same thing with the art prints. when somebody earlier had suggested, what if we used a bit more? Oh, hey, let's go see how this looks when the sun sets. What if we used like colored maps or item frames or something? But the problem is that people are going to be flying past here at view distance, basically. And so we need to have this look good at view distance, basically. So if we turn that off there, let's see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm pretty happy with this. This is feeling like where we want to be with this project on the whole at this point, right? You know? So, yeah. What a fantastic note to end the stream on. Like I said, I've got some errands I need to run. I need to pick up a new XLR USB interface. Thank you to everybody who tipped today to make it possible for me to do that without stressing out. I mean, I was going to do it either way because this is my job, but, like, there's a big difference between being like, okay, how are the savings looking, and, okay, I've got the cash in hand from one stream this morning to basically take care of this. So, thank you all so much. I'm going to go ahead and I hear that my friend Impulse is going to be streaming, and, oh, it looks like he is streaming right now. Let me just double check to make sure. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to raid Impulse SV. Where is he?
Dang it!
Hold on. He is, you know what? If we're going to raid Impulse. He's in his industrial area. Oh, you know what? I don't know how to get there. I was going to, like, try and dive bomb him on stream. But you know what? I don't know how to get to... I gotta go shopping. I'm just procrastinating now. Okay, yeah, we're gonna raid Impulse. So, /raid Impulse SV. If he was, like, in the shopping district or something, I'd go dive bomb him and scream at him. But, okay. So, yeah, the raid message is, howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. Once again, thank you all so much for being incredibly generous. Thanks for hanging out. This has been so good. Great morning. Great way to start the Friday. To everybody out there in other parts of the world who are wrapping up their day, have a fantastic evening. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Raid now.